all the shields.
It'll go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. But I wish I went with a marksman that had just like a little bit more reach. This is a very all-in risky lineup for AP Bren. If they can make their early game execution work again, because Lucas jungle is so dependent on not getting invaded in the first 5 minutes and winning at least 2 turtles.
It's exacerbated by the fact that there's 3 Purifies in Aurora's lineup.
Yep.
And going into game 1, the draft shows that AP Bren are willing to do anything it takes, even, you know, pick a Valentina blind into a lineup that you're not so sure you're going to get a good ult out of.
Yeah. So I'm really guessing right now that Shovskirt is going to have a hard time trying to control the center of the map with the limited resources that he can pick up. Shizu, I know I've seen a lot of Shizu carries back in MDL where he can solo carry the whole game, but it's gonna boil down again to Renmar's point. They're literally just gonna wait for that power spike to come through.
Yeah. Oh, and this is not how you want to get that. Not like that. Losing your roamer early on. Let's see if AP Bren can recover with maybe a jungle invader too, maybe at least like 1 camp for James Panks.
Even before we saw the emblems, the Hitman strikes.
Yeah, strong pokes, again, strong control in the center of the map. And that's what AP Bren are going to have to play into at the center, lacking reach. Again, you know what, looking back, I think the Sicilian ban was actually quite okay.
Oh, you see that? Thrill on Renege's Cho.
Oh,
this was premeditated. He really just wanted to get those hits in.
Yeah, the Hitman literally wants to connect not just with the kicks but also the damage. So we can expect a lot of 2-man gaming even for Aurora. Not even have to wait for the trio to rotate.
That's maybe the threes.
the three.
The three.
The thrill.
The thrill.
All right. So that's the story in the XP and gold. Yeah, these two are trying to scale. How about the down bottom here?
All right, center of the map, bottom of the map rather.
Yeah, look at this. Edward just avoiding that, rotating out first.
Yep, so the very quick control mid.
Okay, forced out the flicker right away and right on time.
Oh.
And even Yu is not even done, just dishing out the lantern flare since AP Bren not going to be able to commit once again for this turtle. And even Edward just literally giving James Panks a hard time as Yue picks up one more. Here comes the Infernal Pursuit. SOD's not going to connect, but the first man down is Edward. Here comes James Panks with the Unleash the Beast, forcing Aurora to retreat.
Oh, this is tough. James Panks secures. Big knockup. Oh, but it's too late. The Toonami Slam takes down the Hitman.
AP Bren finding their condition early on. That's one check. If they can continue that into the second turtle and win that, then that Lucas jungle will be online without a problem. Aurora were respecting it. They sent Edward. They wanted to pressure the Lucas. And Aurora looked like they were able to win it, but then suddenly the Unleash the Beast brought out at the right time. AP Bren pushed back Aurora, got kills, got turtle.
This is the reason why Phobius has been a hot pick for our XP laners. I mean, there was already picked up by the Lantern Flare. Instead of going out, he actually casted the Infernal Pursuit to engage more up against Aurora to pick up those kills.
Which makes me wonder why Alpha is not a hot pickup right now. I mean, you're doing it with Lucas. So what if the Lucas starts getting banned out? AP Bren is evolving the meta as we speak. Mind you, this hero here was not seen at all in the first series today.
Yep.
So there's this space that AP Bren is playing in that maybe other teams are not.
Yeah. For Aurora, though, they are the first team so far this season to win with that Lucas jungle for Demon Kite. I guess that's why they were so aggressive early on to try and get James Panks out of his rotation, out of his comfort zone, to force him to retreat. But no, James Panks decided to fight into it. So let's see if Aurora will fight into the second turtle, knowing that the Lucas has already ticked its first condition to success.
AP Bren up by about 1,000, so this does make Aurora think if it's worth it to contest. They're holding down mid, double laning for Dominkai. This does not give Shizu the same privilege, but she's farming up well here, building up the Corrosion Scythe.
Things might change once again for AP Bren because 10 seconds in, Turtle will respawn. And so far, I'm not quite sure if Aurora is going to be able to contest this unless Renegade gets a good position here in the brush.
That and if Dominkai hits the SOD.
Yeah.
That was something that was, you know, a game changer for that first turtle.
Okay. No, it looks like they won't. Demon Kite's going to be going for an orange side invade up top, and they're going to give this to AP Bren.
Yep. DK off camera trying to yeet out the orange away from AP Bren as 3 members of the former MDL Championship squad just dogpile on the turtle. James Banks secures.
Yeah, and that's a great rotation because James Banks does not have an orange buff to steal on the side of Aurora, so they're going to try and steal purple.
Here comes the Tsunami Slam onto the Hitman! And the blast just literally blasted Renegade, and now they're going to transition onto the middle lane, and that's already a win for AP Bren.
Oh, that's a flicker away from there. Used defensively. Definitely was worth it. I think if he spent maybe a second or two longer, Edward would have hit the flare.
Yeah. Great decision by AP Bren to be aggressive. In the center of the map, there's a fight!
Oh, a 2-man pickup, trying to work on Chovsker. Kekadol was able to escape though. And still no response from Aurora Gaming as they try to take control over the mid lane.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you were in the MPL arena, you would know that the Hive is alive right now. AP Bren fans are going crazy. They're bullying Aurora, currently number 2 in the stands. 5 minutes in.
If AP Bren manages to win this game, that's already 100% win rate for Kalea the whole day.
Yep.
No longer.
Yep.
You say that again.
All right. Look at the items. Neck and neck for the jungler, similar to the gold lane. Slight leads there for Dominicai because of his double laning that he was able to get a bit of earlier. Yeah, so far nothing too crazy. Although I like the item build path of Edward. He went for Dreadnought, Fury Hammer, then even got some pants for himself, knowing that he has to spend a lot of time in the front lines.
Yep, this was referred to by Ben Things earlier in the day. In that pre-match segment, he mentioned a chop suey build. Kekadol with a jump.
Oh, there goes in also with Infernal Pursuit. Gets caught up by 4. And a shutdown onto Dominkai. That's a good play from Aurora.
One of the veterans of AP Bren got isolated. What were they thinking?
Center of the map. Okay, James Banks is only able to get the
JJ
buff. Oh, what a kick!
No Purify, so the kick's gonna connect. Feeds him off to Dominkite. Already a double for Dominkite.
They folded that boy in half.
And Shizo wasn't even able to use the flicker to change the trajectory of him getting kicked. It happened way too fast for him to react to. Now, little by little, Aurora are controlling the game here. It's them understanding their power spike yet again.
Oh, as King Kong, I mean, Demon Kite rather, will secure that turtle.
King Kong was the last game. he did very well too.
Time traveling shoutcaster, I love it.
Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, Aurora are in control. They forfeited 2 turtles in this game, but are now in the driver's seat with a 2,000 gold lead and a push up top and down bottom. AP Bren's map is shrinking.
It's coming from the great counter rotations by Demon Kite. He's been controlling the jungle.
Okay. Oh! You had dodged the Tsunami Slam! No more initiations for AP Bren. Even the SOD is going to connect Renegade as he goes in. Going to catch Kekadol, beating him off once again to Dominkite. But they were able to clap back though. But look at Mr. Consistent. Edward picks up one more.
And that was in the midst of all of AP Bren's members. This whole time, Edward was able to hone in on the man with a million moves.
This would be a great game to look back and learn from Demon Kite how he was able to slowly manipulate the jungle in the map so that Aurora would climb back into this. Even though AP Bren got 2 turtles and ticked the condition for the Lucas, suddenly the Lucas's jungle, his teammates, look just completely gone now, as Aurora have just taken control from a 900, 700 gold lead. It's ballooned to almost 5,000.
Renmar, the last raider, ain't done raiding.
Yeah.
You can take the Kingslayers out of the league, but you can't take the Kingslayers out of the players. Demon Kite is currently, even at 0-0-3, running for MVP. Dare gets spotted.
Okay, now they're going to work on the top lane. Here comes the title strike. Again, a beautiful Purify coming in from Dominkite. Now the clap back from Aurora. Oh, mega kill. Make it 2. Might go for 3. But Demon Kite gets 1 more and a double. A 4-man swing for the Northern Lights.
Chovsker gets away with just 10 HP. Aurora, I don't know if it was up to them, but they took 1 prisoner to go tell everyone what went down.
This is vintage Aurora. Again, just knowing their power spikes in conditions. Go ahead, get the first 2 turtles or whatnot. It's fine. We'll find a condition, an invade, an objective take to to completely turn the game to our favor at around 7 to 9 minutes into the game. And that's exactly what happened here again. It's gone from 700 to 900 to 5,000 to 8,000 and climbing for the gold lead of the Northern Lights.
That's just the beauty of having 3 Purifies for Aurora. I mean, if you're Kekidon, you have your eyes set on the Dominkite, Yue, but now Aurora trying to go for it as Dare jumps in once again. There was an Unleash the Beast. First man down is Kekidon, and from the back, the last Raider sandwiches AP Brennan again. Is this an instant replay?
No way! Deja vu! Choveskirt the only one left this time! Aurora's got a Lord!
Choveskirt up against 4. He's gonna get taken down, and Aurora back on the winning time as they take game 1.
Northern Lights at match point. AP Bren have a lot to work on.
Systemized by Aurora. They got the early. We got our wishes for AP Bren having a nice earlier game. You know what? Those two